Hey my little sunflowers, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Max, if you're new here, and obviously today we're going to be playing Animal Crossing once more. I just wanted to quickly explain why I've been gone for so long. Basically, I didn't intend to take a break over Christmas, but that's what ended up happening, because I've had a lot of issues with my capture card and my computer. Every time I went to film something on my capture card, the footage would end up really glitchy, and normally I can tell when it's lagging or glitching whilst I'm filming, but for some reason it seemed absolutely fine, and then I would go back to check the footage and it would be all a glitchy mess and obviously unusable. So there's one area on my island that I haven't managed to get footage of, so I'm sorry about that. And obviously right now we're all the way back in November for this video. I did just want to say before I get started explaining what I'm doing, that I hope you guys had a wonderful holiday season, whatever it is that you celebrate. I myself celebrate Christmas and Yule with my wife and their mum-in-law, so that was really nice. Obviously, given the current circumstances, I mean, to be honest, our Christmas was exactly the same as it normally would have been. So, because we just celebrated with the three of us, so it was lovely, and I ate a lot of food, and I got some really nice presents, so I'm glad for that. So, I'll get started on explaining what I'm doing. So, this is my new island of Konpeitō, and I decided to name it Konpeitō because I am doing a Japanese whimsical cutesy kind of island, think Studio Ghibli, and I named it Konpeitō because it's a Japanese candy, and it's also what the soot sprites eat in Spirited Away, you know, that iconic scene. So Jay actually came up with the name, so I thought I would name my island that. So yeah, we're doing a Japanese forest theme. Sorry if I'm a bit awkward, I haven't filmed a voiceover in literally like a month, so I'm all a bit over the place. I hope you guys can forgive me for that. And in today's video, what I'm building here is the area behind my resident services, which is where my able sisters will eventually go. But for this video, I'm just doing a shrine. So basically, my idea for my island is to recreate or honor certain areas and places in Japan. I think I mentioned it before on my channel, but I visited Japan with Jay in 2019, and it was one of the best times of my life. Obviously, as a tourist, I know that Japan has its own problems and stuff, and you know, I'm not here to idealize anything or romanticize anything, but it was really a lovely trip, and I do want to go back. So basically, this area behind resident services is Tokyo. It took me ages to decide on a map because I kept resetting, because I wanted my res services kind of off to the like far right, and that doesn't really come up very often with maps, but I found one that finally did, because I'm trying to make it somewhat geographically accurate. I mean, obviously it's not going to be, but for example, I'm putting most of Tokyo up in the far right of my island, and then down a bit and to the left I'm going to put Numazu, which I'll explain why I chose Numazu when I get round to filming that video. And then I wanted to build Kyoto off to the like bottom left, so it kind of follows the shape of Japan somewhat. obviously it's just not going to be possible all the time, but yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. So basically, I'm making a specific shrine here. I'm making Kandamyojin in Akihabara because some of you guys might know I'm a really big fan of Love Live, and I was for a really long time. I'm not particularly current with it. Like, I played All Stars for a little bit, and then I kind of stopped because I was playing Animal Crossing. But it was good while I played it. So yeah, I'm not particularly current, but it was a really formative anime while I was kind of in my teens and early adult life. And it was really inspiring, and it still really makes me emotional whenever I watch it, because I'm a massive nerd. So I wanted to kind of have a little ode to that shrine here on my island. And what I'm doing here is I'm creating 2 sets of steps. Because in the anime, to train to be idols, the girls run up and down these flights of stairs, which is by Kandamyojin. And Kandamyojin is also where one of the characters, Nozomi, where she works. She works there as a shrine maiden. So it's very important in the series, and I wanted to include it on my island. So yeah, and you'll notice that's kind of a running theme throughout my next videos, is putting little odes to anime, specifically Love Live, throughout my whole island. So obviously it took me absolutely ages to terraform the cliffs and stuff. I didn't film all of it because I thought I shouldn't bore you with just constant cliff building, because you're probably here for the actual decorating of. So yeah, I didn't film absolutely every single bit of cliffs, but I hope that's alright with you guys. And what I did on this island, as opposed to Puddle Bay, I completely flattened it. So with Puddle Bay, I went kind of with where the rivers were and where the cliffs were, and I only kind of altered it like a little bit, I suppose, like the main shape of the island is when, you know, you first land on it. But with this one, because I had such big plans and big ideas, I completely flattened it. And it took me ages to actually start filming and start creating something, because I was literally like, I don't know where to start. I kind of shot myself in the foot there, because obviously I wanted it to be a blank space, but it kind of intimidated me. And if you guys have flattened your island, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Because, I mean, I try not to let any kind of like pressure get to me, but there was a lot of pressure, obviously, because also I wanted to film it, and I mean, I'm not a massive YouTuber by any means, but it it was kind of nerve-wracking, I'm not gonna lie. And I spent ages like actually planning out my island and what it was gonna look like. I used that web app. I don't know if any of you guys have used it or heard of it. It came out before the game came out, where people wanted to pre-plan ahead and kind of work on their islands before they could actually work on them, you know. So yeah, I used that to kind of give myself a bit more of like a plan and stability as to where I wanted to go. So yeah. So basically, when I flattened my island, I'd already planted a load of bamboo shoots for so that I could grow bamboo trees. My original plan was that I was just going to have bamboo trees on my island, but I decided to add some hardwood trees in there as well, so that when cherry blossom season eventually rolls around again, I'll have some lovely cherry blossoms, and that's basically the basis of one of the areas of my island, the one that I tried to film and it failed. I'll tell you about it now. Basically, it was an ode to Ueno Park, and the story behind it is that Jay and I, when we visited Tokyo, it was during cherry blossom season because, I mean, duh. I have a cherry blossom tattoo on my arm, and so cherry blossoms are my favourite flower, blah blah blah. And obviously I knew how important cherry blossom season is in Japan. They have a whole festival for it, Hanami, and so I wanted to experience that with Jay. And so it was when we were visiting Numazu. We got on the train back, and it was still kind of light outside, so we were like, okay, let's try and go and view some cherry blossoms. Obviously, we'd seen cherry blossoms kind of everywhere, but we wanted to go to a park, and I knew that Yoyogi Park was pretty famous for Hanami. What I didn't realise at the time was that Yoyogi Park is also really famous for people, celebrating cherry blossom season, and experiencing Hanami, but also getting absolutely wasted in the middle of the day. We visited Yoyogi, we walked in, it was like 4 p.m. at this point, right? And clearly these people had been out partying, drinking since at least noon. And they were absolutely wasted. So, and like, Jay and I don't really drink. Like, I did enough of that in my university days. Like, it's not really something that we do now, right? So we were just kind of standing around like, oh my god, what do we do? Like, they're all drunk, and there was one guy who was literally like in a bush, relieving his stomach of its contents via the mouth, if you know what I mean. And his friends were trying to like drag him out. They're all in suits, they're all businessmen, and they're all like absolutely wasted at 4 p.m. on like a Tuesday or something. So we were like, okay, we'll take a couple of nice pictures and then we can go back to our Airbnb. And as we were taking the photos, I think this other group of tourists who were drunk came up to us and asked to take our photo together, and then asked if we could take their photo. And like, you know when somebody means well but they're like absolutely hammered and you kind of just want to move on. That's what was happening here. So it was a bit awkward, but it was nice, I suppose. So later on, we met a friend doing the Harajuku Fashion Walk, which is another absolutely amazing experience that I feel so lucky that we got to do. And basically it was close to when we were going to leave, and they suggested that we go to Ueno Park instead. And Ueno Park is really beautiful, but it's more popular with families celebrating cherry blossom season, because it seems like there are less spaces for you to sit and get absolutely hammered. And also, Ueno Park is home to a zoo, which primarily has pandas. And I'll show you a little tour in a couple videos' time. But basically, I put panda bears kind of everywhere. And I put Chester's house in, quote-unquote, Ueno Park on my island. Because it just made sense. So obviously, I thought it was going to be really hard to actually like recreate the steps and Kandamyojin. So I just did it kind of like in a stylistic kind of way. I put these pagodas on either side of the steps to kind of frame them. And I've got this really cute little soot sprite design that Sammy sent over to me. So thank you, Sammy. And they're holding little star clocks, basically turned the other way around. In one of my previous videos, someone was like, "Oh my god, you can get small nova lights? I didn't know this." And I failed to mention that not everybody knows the trick of placing star clocks turned around so that the clock face is facing away, and so it looks like a small nova light. Yeah, that's what I did, and I do it kind of everywhere on this island because it looks so freaking cute, especially with the little soot sprites underneath them. So here I'm doing this little circle pathway. I've been watching a lot of Lex plays. I've been watching her do her island, Lost Falls, and she does these circles and puts like custom designs on them. I just thought it looked really pretty, and I wanted to do it, and I really like how it turned out with this kind of gravel design. I shall create a master list of all of my designs, and I'll put them underneath every single Konpeitō video that I make. Okay, so don't worry about that. You shall be able to access all of the codes. I get a lot of people commenting on my videos like, what's the code for this? What's the code for this? Always check the description because it's probably there. And if it's not, then I've made a big boo-boo. So I'm just kind of playing around here and trying to plant bamboo trees and stuff. The idea was that I had kind of like a line of trees leading up to this shrine, but I figured it would be kind of too cluttered, and I didn't like the look of it eventually, so I replaced the trees with pieces of furniture instead, but you'll see that in a minute when I actually do that. So yeah, here I'm replacing the trees. And I thought, oh, maybe they'd look good, like, right by the shrine. And they do, so. And this Miko attire is pretty much exactly the same as the Shrine Maiden outfit that Nozomi wears. So, I accidentally put it on, even though I didn't mean to. But I thought I would put it out. And also, these simple panels have an Ema design on them. It's a custom design code again, and if you don't know what they are, basically Ema are I think that's how you pronounce them, Ema. They are essentially wish boards, and the one at the area at Kandamyojin where you can put these wish boards, they're just covered in drawings that people have done of the Love Live characters. They're absolutely beautiful. I took so many pictures of them when we went, and obviously me and Jay did our own, and I tried to do, you know, the little symbols of the Love Live characters. So I did like my best girls symbols, and I'm not an artist by any means, so they look really bad. But it's fine. No one knows they're mine, and they were special. So yeah. But I wanted to find a code like this because there are so many Ema at Kandamyojin. It was really beautiful, and the Ema that you can buy at the shrine, and all proceeds go to like the upkeep of the shrine, which I think it is really cool. That you get to kind of contribute towards that. They have actual official art of the Love Live girls on the reverse side. So on one side you write your wish or your kind of affirmation or your motivation, like basically what you want to come true, and then on the other side is this official art of the Love Live girls, which I just loved. It was really special when there's a picture of me standing at the bottom of the steps that lead up to Kandamyojin, and I remember taking that picture and just immediately starting crying, because I was just really, I don't know, I was really emotional about it. Because I'm a massive dork, and I love my girls in it. So this area was quite tight to decorate, because there was hardly any space for me to move around, and I had to keep using my ladder to like climb down from the cliff and then get back up there again, and it was all a big mess. But I managed to get it done, so that's the main thing, and I really like how it turned out. There are going to be 2 videos in this kind of little mini-series, which I'm calling Building Tokyo. There would have been 3, obviously, but the Ueno Park video footage has been lost. So, I'm sorry about that. But I will do a little tour once I can to show you the full thing. And yeah, so the next video is going to be building a little ode to Harajuku, because I love J-Fashion a lot. So yeah, the next video in the series is going to be kind of me building an ode to Harajuku. It's a really big tourist attraction, and it's become massive in recent years, and unfortunately a lot of the actual J-Fashion shops are going out of business. For example, ACDC Rag had to close quite a few of their stores. They only have 1 store open now. And the Kawaii Monster Cafe is closing as well, which I just can't believe it. I mean, the current state of the world, plus kind of the rise in like H&M's and things like that fast fashion shops that are just completely ruining the economy there. It's really sad, and I'm glad I got to visit a lot of the shops and places before they did close down. So yeah, this is the final video, my little sunflowers. I hope you enjoyed it. Obviously, like the video if you liked it. I always feel really awkward saying that. That's why I mainly don't. I hope you guys have an absolutely amazing day. I hope that you stay safe, that you're kind to yourselves, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.